This is SCP Radio Network, coming to you live from Skylab Studios. Up next is Source Code News.
This episode of Source Code News is brought to you by Parties for You. For the best margarita machine rentals in Houston, give them a call. 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057. By Cazadores Tequila. When you're in the mood for tequila, buy the best. Cazadores Tequila. And by Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call. 713-237-8238. That's 713-237-8238.
Welcome to Source Code News, episode number 40, recorded on February 8th, 2018. This show brings you the latest in tech, science, and gaming news. We also will be bringing you interesting interviews and much more. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Follow us on YouTube, Mixcloud, and all of the social media sites. We do this show live every Thursday night starting at 9 p.m. on scpradio.com, where you can check out our audio and video streams. You can also join the chat room on scpradio.com or call in at 832-910-7727 to ask us a tech question, because you know we got Faithy here. She's in the background producing, but she'll answer any tech question you got. She's got Google right there handy. Or if you just want to join the conversation, if you hear us talking about something that you know something about, you want to join the conversation, call in. All right. So I want to introduce my guest host today. We got DJ Jimmy Ray on the show. Okay.
Hey guys, DJ Jimmy Ray. I'm sorry with the crazy sound effect. That was I actually made it with my mouth. I'm kind of good at it. But anyway,
He's a
it's
weirdo.
good to be back here. Every now and then I check in. I'm DJ Jimmy Ray, and what's up, everyone?
All right, Jimmy. You got Let's talk about what's been going on this past week or 2 weeks. You got it? You got anything for me?
We've been working hard. I bought a new trailer. Got some ordering. Get the shop. Every now and then we get the shop waiting to do our taxes so we can shop some more for SCP Radio, buying equipment, getting stuff ready, contracts for upcoming events, all the good fun stuff.
All right, cool. So nothing specific.
Well, I had a blister in my foot.
Okay, never mind. We're good. All right. So, me on the other hand, I did a few interesting things. So, in order to make contacts for the gaming and tech and the how do you say that tech world, because I don't really hang around people with in that universe. So my wife and I went to this social night, the IGDA Houston meetup at the Kelvin Arms Scottish pub on January 30th. So we got to meet a few cool people there. It was a meetup with developers. They're game developers. They meet up every once a month. So it's usually the last Tuesday of the month. So I got to meet some interesting people like Enrique Pina, Diego Almazan, Brandon Smith, Kyle Kalash, and Patrick Allred. Shout out to you guys. Hopefully they get to come to the studio one day. Also got to go to 6 Foot Studios. There was a LAN party last Saturday. It was from 10 in the morning to 10 at night. It was my first time ever attending a LAN party. That's like check. I've done it, I've always wanted to, but like I said, I don't hang around the geeky crowd. So, I mean, where was I going to go to a LAN party? Yeah, in my dreams. So the few hours that I was there, it was cool. I got to meet, Sean McIntosh. He was the one hosting the event, or one of the hosts. I got to meet, Christian Svensson. And also Patrick Allred showed up, and we were there, talking for a while. So I made some contacts there. And 6 Foot Studios, they're like one of the biggest studios here in Houston that makes games. So it was pretty nice, hanging out there. So next, I wanted to mention. So that's what I did. So now let's talk about what's coming up before we start the show. So this coming Saturday, February 10th, we're gonna be really busy, right, DJ Jimmy Ray? We're gonna be everywhere.
Real busy because I believe SCP is gonna be in 2 places. I believe
3 places.
3 places. Sorry, tres.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a barbecue benefit going on at Food Town on Scarsdale at Beamer. They're gonna be selling $12 brisket plates starting at 11 a.m. till they're sold out. So Saturday, that's where DJ Fluffy will be there. I think he's gonna be DJing. I'm not sure. Okay, he says yes. He confirmed it. It's confirmed.
Is Fluffy there?
Yeah, he's here. He thought you were gonna be here, buddy. That's why he showed up.
Oh.
So
well, I am here, but I'm not. I'm there in spirit.
He's here in spirit. So yeah, so he'll be DJing, and everybody needs to go and help out, buy some plates. It's for the what's it called, the South Bell Cook-Off. We're raising money
because there's expending. What everybody doesn't know is behind the scenes that we have to have so much in our account so we can pay for the briskets to feed the people, the beers, the license, all that stuff. So where does this money come from? Well, it comes from us doing benefits.
Yep.
So we only do one, we do a couple, so that way we cover all our expenses. Because nothing in this world is for free.
Nope, sure ain't. So okay, so next up, that same day, Saturday, SCP will be heading off to a Valentine's dance. That H-Town Smokers is hosting. It's $10 to get in, $10 donation. There'll be free food while it lasts, free beer and margaritas all night.
What?
So that's also a benefit. So if you can, stop by. We got the flyer up, so you can see the address and stuff on there. So check that out. That's Miss Alberta is the one doing that. So H-Town Smokers.
Mike, is this going to have those famous margaritas from Parties for You?
I think so. I think Parties for You will be supplying them with margaritas, so it's going to be good. You already know. Yeah. So, which one? Strawberry and Hellraiser. So you already know you got to go there. Strawberry and Hellraiser margaritas, the best. No one compares.
The only man who's won first, second, and third in one competition.
I'm telling you.
Strawberry Fest.
Yep. All right, so next up, to finish off the night, Saturday night, we'll be at Tumbleweeds.
What?
Tumbleweeds. So we will be celebrating DJ Fluffy, his birthday. We'll be celebrating Mary Jane Segura, also known as Cece, her birthday. And at Tumbleweeds that night, we're going to have Lázaro Perez and Monico Cortez performing live.
MC2?
Yeah, MC2. So come on out. We'll be out there, hanging out. So come hang out with the SCP crew.
Just make sure they have designated drivers because Fluffy don't drink, so I think Michelle might be drinking for him.
Yep.
It's my birthday, Michelle. Drink this.
Yeah, and DJ Jimmy Ray will be somewhere else. DJ Jimmy Ray will be at Shooters that night.
Shooters Saturday night. We're gonna have it's a country band on 7337 Spencer Highway, Pasadena, Texas. Beautiful city of Pasadena. And we're gonna be having a live band. I'll be DJing in between sets, of course, and making y'all making y'all laugh. What? Yes, making y'all laugh. And
because he's a clown.
The band we're gonna have is West of Trinity, I believe, is gonna be playing at night. I've played with DJ for those guys, and they're pretty good. So if you can't make it to the north side, I'll be on the
Pasadena,
which is the east side, I think.
Southeast
side.
Yeah, southeast.
So I'll be down there. So come pay me a visit before you head over there, and then before you all the Los Brochos get out there and drink the night away.
All the Los Borrachos, dijo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to some tech news.
Hit it, Faith. Hit it, Faith. Hit it, Faith.
Don't be echoing your own words, Jimmy. You don't have the turntables in front of you right now, so chill out.
But I'm reading what it says. It says we can't,
Don't. You're not supposed to. That's the part you don't read.
It says hit it, Faith. I mean, no, it didn't say hit it. Okay.
They don't even say that. All right, so NVIDIA proves that cloud can replace a high-end gaming rig. This is cool for those of you that don't want to spend $3,000 on a badass computer to play, like let's say The Witcher 3 or something, one of the new games that's out. So a year ago, NVIDIA's GeForce Now game streaming service, they let them play The Witcher 3, a notoriously demanding PC-only title on a MacBook Air. Wow. So we know a MacBook Air is not a gaming PC whatsoever. It's actually slow even if you're just surfing the web. But, it's not meant for something powerful. It's just meant for you to be surfing the web. But even then, you can tell there's slowdown. But with a streaming service from NVIDIA's GeForce, you'll be able to play those, demanding games because it's not on your system. It's kind of like streaming the video to you, and you get to input the jump and turn left, turn right, and it works like almost like if it was on your computer. So it's constantly getting better, especially when we get faster network speeds, internet speeds. It's starting to be worth it. Back in the day they tried it out, and the company that I don't remember what it was called. There was a company that came out doing this, and it was just before its time. It failed right away. They went out of business, but now they're bringing it back because of our internet speeds. So, because look, you go buy a 1080 Ti, you're spending $800, and that's just a GPU. That's just a video card. And most people, they want to spend $200 to $300 on a PC, not just a video card. So, without having to buy that video card, you can play these high-end games. But someone like me, I would rather have the actual PC that's a monster. What about you, Jimbo?
As long as it turns on, we're halfway there. But I'm still debating if I want to. I love my Mac, but god dang, man, they're like you said, we were talking this before. They're freaking expensive.
Yep.
And I think for half the price, you get just as much power with the IBM compatibles nowadays. So it's going to be a toss up in the air if I want to work a extra month of overtime to be able to afford that Mac, or I can afford that.
Yeah.
That computer now, especially with the gaming. Oh my god.
Yep. Well, if you have the GeForce, you can go buy a $200, $300 laptop and be playing those, those power processor intensive games.
Well, like we were talking earlier, I kind of like the Alienware, but I like you said too, you might be paying more for the name and then get a cheaper processor that would be just as good as Alienware. So.
Yep. All right.
I don't know.
You want to take the next one, or you want me to take it?
Is it Waymo and GM still leads the pack in California's new self-driving report cards? What?
Yeah.
California Department of Motor Vehicles released its in the report, all companies that are actively testing self-driving cars on public roads in the Golden State discloses the number of miles driven and the frequency in which the human drivers were forced to take control of their driverless vehicles. The biggest takeaway is that it's still, is it Waymo? Google and GM's.
Yeah, Waymo.
And everyone else is playing catch up. This is still Waymo and GM's party. Waymo says it's drove about 352,545 miles
autonomously.
Autonomously.
Say it with me.
Autonomously. For the period for that ended November 2017. That's a steep drop from the number of miles driven in 2016, which highlights in the fact that the Waymo has moved much of its fleet to Phoenix in advance to launching its commercial ride-hailing service. Waymo also reported that it had paltry number of disengagements, 63 for the entire year. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they're leading the pack in this self-driving stuff, and their whole deal is, you saw that to launch their autonomous fleet. So you would, like, let's say you're like, all right, I'm about to leave my house. I want to leave the house. I don't have a car, or I don't want to drive my car. Let's say I'm going to go drinking. So I just pull up an app. You know, when they release this, I pull up an app and say, okay, I want a car right now. And it shows up, nobody in the car. It just drives up by itself autonomously, and you get in, tell it where you want to go. You put it in on the little map, and it takes you there, and you get out, and it drives off to go pick somebody else up. And then when you're ready to leave, you just, as you're walking out the door, you go to your app, and you're like, I'm calling a car. I need a car right now. Bam, a car shows up, nobody in the car. Get in it. You give it the address to go home, and it takes you home. See? Yes, sir. You in the back. Oh no! It has cameras with radar, lidar. It has all kinds of sensors. It's not ready for release now, but when it is, it'll be able to do all that stuff. And now they can see the lights and all that stuff. It can stop and knows how to do that, stop signs, but they're not perfect. Yes, ma'am. You in the front.
Can they get hearts?
I'm pretty sure they can, but you probably have to be right next to the car, like be right on it to be able to get the signal. But I've seen in different forms. So Cindy asks if those cars can get hacked. I mean, anything can get hacked. I mean, if you don't think, if you say, oh, this is unhackable, you're not really thinking. But the thing is, it's probably hard for them to hack.
Mike, you remember that movie, the first Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that got that Me Taxi or Taxi Me, whatever.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be something like that. But if they put like a dummy robot in there that turned around and started talking like that, I'd probably freak out. But
there won't be a robot in there. There's not gonna be anything. It's not gonna be a steering wheel, gas, or a brake in there. You're just gonna have 4 seats or whatever.
That'd be kind of cool because I think the way they could do it is like if you have the 2 seats facing the back seats.
Yeah.
Your own little party in there. You don't have to worry about anything until, like you said, you get hacked and someone turns it into.
Death machine. So.
Yeah, or they play Grand Theft Auto with your car.
Well, turn it into a death machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be something like that. Where that means we won't have to buy cars anymore because. Why spend all that money on a car if anytime you need a car you just push on that app, it shows up, and then you could specify I need a truck, I need a van, stuff like that.
Well, to me that'd be more like transit, like they'd probably get rid of Metro Bus. Your Uber drivers would probably be gone. Yeah, it looks like a whole other industry, and then. Of course, the card had to tell you. Well, I mean, what if you got a flat? It happens to get a flat. I'm pretty sure the sensor would tell you. But are they going to send out another robot to go take care of that robot car to fix that robot flat? I don't know.
At the beginning, I'm pretty sure humans will go and fix it while another car shows up to pick you up and take you where you were going. And then someone, they'll send a wrecker to go fix it or pick it up and take it somewhere. Well, that's what Uber is all about. Right now, Uber has people driving it, but their whole deal is autonomous, vehicles. So they're like, we're spending money now, but for the, building up this base of people that want to use Uber. But once like Waymo or whoever comes out with their stuff, they're going to lease it from them. They're going to buy it. Or actually, they're working on their own. All right, George, laters. They're working on their own autonomous driving. So that way they won't have to pay drivers anymore. The car will do it itself.
I thought Tesla was already in developing that as well.
Well, Tesla has auto drive, but the thing is, it's like a level 3 or level 2 autonomous, and we're talking about where there's no human intervention. You have to have like level 4 autonomy, and we haven't come close to that yet. That's what I'm saying. Maybe a year or 2 years they'll be near it and cool. can allow it. But as of now, people freaking fall asleep driving. They'll go to sleep with a Tesla driving.
Yeah, I think everybody's seen that video where that guy's in traffic, he's dead asleep, which I think is okay. But I mean, it's going to freak some people out because humans been driving for so long since Henry Ford put out his first Fords out there. But the thing is that it's the future, it's technology and all that. So we'll see about if you ever get into an accident with those robot things. See what happens with that one. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, well, we've already seen a couple of accidents with autonomous vehicles, but they haven't been the faults of the vehicle. It's been the fault of the human backing into them or doing some stupid stuff, you know. I remember one was kind of the fault, and it was in a Tesla. We talked about it on the show probably almost a year ago, where an 18-wheeler was crossing, and the Tesla was going. The guy wasn't paying attention. But see, the thing is, right now the Teslas say it's not autonomous. It's helping you drive, but you're supposed to have your hands on the steering wheel and be paying attention. You can let it drive, but you have to have your hands on the steering wheel and paying attention. Well, he wasn't doing that. He was probably on his phone watching a movie. Well, the vehicle, when with the camera was looking, it thought the thing was an overpass. It thought the 18-wheeler that was in front of it was an overpass because for some reason with the glare of the light, because Elon Musk came back and said, well, we were able to review the video and saw what the computer was thinking at that time. And it showed, it's just an overpass. Keep going. It's a bridge, you know. And so it ran right underneath the 18-wheeler.
Well, I'm pretty sure they fixed that problem, but that brings up another question, Mike. They're going to be able to track everything that you do, and they're going to claim it's insurance or safety. But what if you're like, sneaking around and you don't want to be how do you say it, be tracked? And this is all that NIS thing again, my conspiracy theory here.
Well, no. I mean, that's not a conspiracy theory because Tesla, a reporter one time was going to do a report on a Tesla, so they let him borrow one. He says, because Elon Musk said, I'm already with my Tesla, with the models, they can go on one charge, and my stations that I have across the U.S., you can start from, let's say, California and end up where New York or something. Like you can go from one side to the other without having a problem. So the guy goes halfway through the U.S. in the Tesla. At one point, he supposedly runs out of juice, and then they have a problem because when the wrecker came to pick it up, the wheels are locked because there's no putting in neutral. There's no neutral. The vehicle's electronic, right? So the wheels would not unlock. So he had to really force that car onto the back of the truck because the wheels were all locked. Well, he wrote a report saying, wow, Elon Musk lied, blah, blah, blah. The Tesla can't make it. Well, Elon Musk goes and looks at all the traveling he did. Right before he ran out of electricity, he was near a charge station, and it told him on the map on the Tesla. But instead, he went into a parking lot and drove circles for a couple of hours in a parking lot to purposely waste it. And he goes, I have all the info here. So are you going to retract what you did on whatever, newspaper you wrote? And they ended up, I don't know if they fired the dude or what, but he got in big trouble for that because it was false. He purposely went in circles, and Elon Musk is like, dude, we have all the info right here. You had plenty of stations to make it with the amount, except that you went into a parking lot and went and did circles for a couple hours, So they can track you now, Jimmy. There's no conspiracy theory. And he can track anything you click on that computer inside, because there's a big, like, I don't know what they say, it's a 21-inch screen inside, and it's touch screen. Anything you do on there is recorded. They have all that info. So any autonomous vehicle is gonna be, everything's gonna be recorded. I mean,
so I can't talk to my side chick's baby mama. So.
Well, you can. They're not gonna get the info to your people. It's for the company.
Oh, bull crap! I'm pretty sure if they know that, they can know everything. They can probably hear your conversation inside the car, Mike.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're listening now because we have that echo in here, and they're probably listening to everything we say. But then again, we're streaming live, so.
Well, we better retract and say it right then.
All right, so you know what, Faithy, go to the news. Go to the science. Let's go ahead and move on to science.
We're not gonna talk about SpaceX.
Yeah, we can talk about that one because that's sciencey.
Yes.
Science news.
All right, so SpaceX launched its second Falcon 9 rocket of the year from Florida. But the company chose not to land the booster after takeoff and instead dispensed it in the ocean. That's not the one face. No, go back up to SpaceX. Go up. It's in the tech. It's called Falcon. Look on the video. It's Falcon.
Yeah, I heard that they lost. It's in the ocean, and they didn't even try to recover it. It's sank to the bottom, I think they said.
Yeah. Well, it's saying here that in a weird twist, the Falcon 9 still managed to survive its fall into the deep sea waters, and is bobbing intact in the Atlantic. The company will try to salvage the floating rocket by towing it back to shore somehow. So now, just the other day they launched. Was it the Falcon Heavy, or what's it called? The biggest spaceship or rocket ever launched.
Yes.
And it was a successful launch. I mean, it was like it made history because we've never, no one has ever launched something that big, that powerful. And Elon Musk is like, I don't know if that's true, that he had a Tesla in there and
Yes.
inside there, and people are like, come on, is this like a rich man's, he thinks the world is his play toy, his, where his playground where he can just do whatever the hell he wants, but I guess he can. I mean, it's his company.
Well, I think they were saying what the story is that instead of loading it with concrete, because they were testing to see if that rocket with a payload is going to be able to have any issues going up there, and Tesla come along and said, no, take one of our cars. So, and I think their whole idea was to have it orbit the Earth closer to Mars, and until Mars gravity picked it up and have it.
The moon. What are you talking about?
I thought it was Mars.
No.
Okay, the moon then. Anyway, it's gonna do that eventually, and it's gonna be there for like forever. So, past our years.
So it's not coming back. Wait a minute.
No, I hope you read the same thing I read, because it's orbiting, and then it's gonna orbit wider and wider and wider, and they wanted to orbit for. They didn't say it was coming back.
Okay.
They had the man moon in the car. You know what? That's the scene from Heavy Metal. I don't know if you ever seen Heavy Metal. It's American animation, and it starts out with a astronaut driving I believe it was a Vet, convertible down from the rocket down to Earth, and it was that same scene. As soon as I seen that, it reminded me of that Heavy Metal.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. A bit. And Elon Musk has said that he wants to build even a bigger rocket than that. And to where it can go to the moon and then go to Mars, and take people.
I think if he does it for tourism, I believe Walt Disney may be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go over there. I mean, you're gonna get hit with all that radiation.
You're a tech guy, and you want to get up there, and he might make it affordable for us low wage folk to actually buy a ticket.
Oh, yeah? And then we can do Source Code News on the rocket.
Yes.
So, Fakey, you're going to have to go with us.
If I don't wet myself.
All right, let's move on to NASA's golden record. Takes home a Grammy. So, do you know what that record consists of? Where it first popped up, where it's from? Well, it's from the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 probes. They made this record. There's drawings on it. It's got certain, I don't know, songs, music. And on the probe, they put the tools to make a record player. So if anybody intercepted Voyager 1 or Voyager 2, like in 100 or 1,000 years, they would be able to get the record because it's made of gold, so it'll never disintegrate. And they'll be able to build with the instructions that are there and the tools, everything that's there, build a record player, put the record on there, and play it. So I'm like, that's the easy part for them trying to figure out what English is, like our language, that would be the hard part.
Mm.
But anyways, a vinyl reprint of the Voyager Golden Record, which carries a greeting for extraterrestrials beyond the solar system, won a Grammy Award this past Sunday on January 28th. Let me see. The creators of the vinyl reprint took home the award for Best Boxed or Special Limited Edition Package. Produced by Ozma Records. The $98 special box set includes 3 gold-colored vinyl records pressed with the original Golden Record recording. So, you know, DJ Jimmy Ray, you should have a copy of that vinyl so you could be mixing, you know, at the club.
I wouldn't take a golden record in there because I might chip it away to buy buckets of beer.
Damn, DJ. Let me see. Okay, let's move on to the gaming face. Yeah,
Game.
Yeah, so let's go to gaming news. Games.
On.
Game news.
Games.
So,
Games.
what does Nintendo say, Jimmy?
Nintendo Switch outsells Wii U in 10 months. What? Nintendo Switch? That's been making a lot of noise. In less than a year, the Nintendo Switch has earned the designation of the fastest selling U.S. console of all time, Mike. All time. It outsold the company's previous flagship Wii U just in 10 months after its introduction. 10 months, Mike.
10 months. That's pretty good.
I mean, does anybody here have a Nintendo Switch? I know you had the Wii U.
We have the Switch here. It's not mine. Ma'am, how dare you drink my beer?
I forgot. She's still a kid to us. But anyway, yeah, I remember when the Wii U, everybody's all excited about the Wii U. I'm going to play with my Wii and all this other stuff. And next thing you know, now you got the Nintendo Switch, and then there's what Wii U? They threw it out the window. They threw the Wii out. So it's
That's not the same thing.
Nintendo Switch. You know, and people have had a lot to say about the Nintendo Switch. I don't have one because I'm still a Xbox One guy, but I'm pretty sure if I had a nice kid and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure they would want the Nintendo Switch.
Quit barking. So yeah, the Switch is pretty cool. My son has one. I got it for him for Christmas or for his birthday. It's a good system. It's fun. It's high quality. It's a high quality handheld device. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not a system. It's not a Xbox One competitor, but it's a good handheld device. Really good.
Let me ask you this, Mike. Do you think it's more directed towards you know, the teenager and for children?
Kind of. It looks like it, but there's Street Fighter on there, so I would play that all day.
Yeah, that's more directed towards drinking a beer and fighting.
Exactly. That's why I always see Mikey with the beer and always swinging at people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, Nintendo confirms it's working on a Mario movie. So who's excited? Woo! Mario! No, not you.
No? Mario's got his own movie coming out? Whoa.
So the people behind the Minions, the studio behind the Minions, is making a Mario movie. So is that going to be relevant, Jimmy? Super Mario movie?
Yes, because that's kind of like our era. That was our thing. And this Millenniums, they're not going to know anything about it. So the Millenniums are not going to go and see this thing. But but let me ask you, is it going to be like live action or is it going to be animated?
Animated like the Minions. The Minions have sold out real good. They've and Despicable Me. The people that made those. Those are good shows, good movies.
Well, if they do it right, you know, you got Mario Kart going on in there, and then you got the bad guys and the turtles and all the other good stuff. I'm pretty sure that it could be a hit. But it seems like they're regurgitating Mario over and over and over again. So it's like, I like Mario. I liked him the first time around, and I like how they do different things with him. But I don't know how many more things you can do with Mario. Luigi, all those guys, the princess.
Well, I mean, this last game, the Super Mario Odyssey or whatever, the new thing is the hat. You throw your hat and it lands on people, and I don't know what the hell it does. You control them or something. Like when it lands on an enemy, you get to control. You become that enemy. You control them and do whatever powers they have. You have now. Like mind control. So I mean, they're slowly, they're able to come up with new things.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks pretty cool. I haven't played it. I watched Mikey and my wife play it. It was too hard for Blanca, but Mikey already beat it.
Well, you know what? It reminds me like the Halo when Halo, it's been out for a while, and then now you got the animation of Halo movie. Not really the movie, but all the collaborations. Because I believe they were making a live action movie with Halo, but it didn't quite come out. But I did buy the DVD, and I'm yet to watch it though. So I'm gonna check that out maybe over the weekend after we settle down a little bit. But it reminds me kind of that right there, and yeah, it's about time, and they should cash in on the franchise. But like I said, how much more Mario? What else can you do with him though?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll wait and see. They'll figure something out.
Wait and see.
Yeah, let's get into some commercials.
Woo!
Hey bartender, we need a round of shots.
Do you want what everybody else is having, or do you want the best of the best?
Of course, we want the best of the best.
Well then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
For those special moments in your life, whether it's a special occasion or just a day relaxing with your friends, drink the best of the best, Tequila Cazadores.
Hey Michelle, my birthday's around the corner. I want to throw a big party and wow my guests, but I don't know what to do.
All you have to do is call SCP for your DJ needs and Parties for You for your margarita rentals. They have the best margarita mixes in town. With these two companies, you will wow your guests. They will talk about your party for years to come. For your margarita rentals, look us up on Facebook, Party for You.
Or call 281-748-0057.
And don't forget to mention, SCP sent you. Together, we are the future of entertainment.
All right, and let's talk about Miss Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. If you or someone you know are always getting into trouble, when you're out partying like DJ Jimmy Ray, always in trouble. Man, he stays in trouble. Be sure to remember this number, 713-BEST-BET. That's 713-BEST-BET for Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call. And be sure to let them know that SCP Radio sent you.
But don't be calling there broke now.
So, okay, let's go into some DJ tech. So that's the whole reason I brought DJ Jimmy Ray in here.
Yes.
So they got new DJ device, which could mean the end of time code vinyl.
Yes.
So it's called Phase. It's a new device from MWM that allows users to control DVS software without the need for a needle, cartridge, or even time code vinyl.
Yes.
So the device sits on top any 12-inch vinyl record and sends signals wirelessly to a USB receiver that converts the data to a readable signal by the compatible DJ software. So by removing the vinyl and needles from the equation, MWV hope to eliminate rumble and interference issues from defective equipment or less than ideal surroundings. When it comes to wireless technology and live performance, latency issues are always a concern. To combat this, MWM have created their own bespoke and patented wireless communication protocol that sends over 3,400 ticks per second, more than 4 times the amount of existing technology. Wow. So how this works in practice, we'll have to wait and see. But Phase is a very promising product for those who still require the tactile feel of vinyl. Wireless in the booth has a rocky history, but there's no doubt it's the future of how we perform. Yes. Phase could be a big step forward. If you're not convinced by time code and prefer the real thing, Ortofon's new Concord MK2 range of needles have just been announced. While you're at it, Technique's new turntable only costs $20,000, and payday's just around the corner. Okay, so I don't know. They're just being sarcastic. So this phase device, that means you can use your Technique turntables. You leave the needle to the side.
Yes.
You don't have to mess with the needle. You don't have to mess with that arm anymore. You put this little. If you're looking at the screen, you'll see that little square, that little rectangle on top of the vinyl. You put that right there, and as it spins, it's sending the info that it's spinning. If you backspin, it sends the info, exactly what it's doing.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool. What do you think about that, Jimbo? Is that an improvement to, just regular vinyl?
Big time improvement. Let me tell you something. You know how much money I had to spend on needles? Those tilt noses right there. There used to be. I used to have the M88s, which Run DMC DJ used to do, DJ Run, and then these tilt nose was a new technology back when I started. So those were $89 to $119. They can range from $129, and if you want the battle ones, they call it the battle ones, those could range like $129 to $150. This is back in the day, because when I first started, you didn't have all this technology. When I started, the old school. Technique 1200s. I hate to say it, I had a Gemini mixer because I couldn't afford the Rain mixers or anything like that. So back in the day, we had Geminis, and then Newmarks was the top of the line at that time. But you would instead of putting because every time you play LP, it would wear and tear. So how many LPs would you have to go through? So how many songs? And to have this new technology, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I know, like, some of the guys, they love Serato and stuff like that, and they still use the techniques, but it's slowly, being going or working its way to technology. And now this right here is going to limit all that. I'm pretty sure the turntables now with direct drive, because if that's techniques, that's got a direct drive. They won't need to add the arms in there no more. I mean, I don't see any use for having the arms right there. You have to put the arms on, balance the needle. That used to put the quarter on there, and the back of that arm, Mike, you see that big old weight right there?
Yeah.
You turn that weight until it balanced itself, evenly, and then you could put it on the record. That way, it's to keep it from being too needle heavy or anything like that. But now, you put the device right there. I'm pretty sure you have to change the battery out, every 2 or 3 performances, and then it's giving out so many ticks. So as I guess it goes faster. It tells the beats per minute, or you can slow it down at how fast it's going, or if you stop it, or if you scratch, or if you do back spins, all the other stuff. It should be able to, with all those ticks going off, it should let it exactly let you know in Serato, where exactly, just like as if it was a needle, where that needle is on the record.
Yeah. So that's cool technology. It's not out yet. But they had it at NAMM 2018. People got to play with it. I mean, they said that a lot of people, the DJs were taking the vinyl off of the turntable and scratching by moving the thing in their hand, like moving the whole the vinyl with that thing sitting on top, and they were just like moving it, jiggling it around as if they were scratching. So everybody's like, look at these weird, people over here with the vinyl in their hand, just kind of like.
That's kind of weird. What's next? Are you gonna have a DJ named DJ?
No turntable.
Oh no, he's gonna have a wand. He's gonna scratching with the wand. It's like if he's over at what's that movie with the kid wizard?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, DJ Harry Potter. He's gonna have his wand right there, scratching and stuff. Like that. If they're waving it, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But I would kind of keep it on the LP and do it that way. But
yeah,
that's cool technology. It's a good theory, and if they really want to test it, if they watch our show, they can send it to DJ Jazzy Jeff, one of the best DJs in the world, or DJ Qbert, and have those guys go at it. And I'm telling you, if they find bugs, if you want bugs found, they'll find it.
Oh yeah. All right, so I mentioned the Concord MK2. So let's move over to that one. If you are using Technique turntables, this is the newest from Ortofons Concord MK2.
Yes.
So needles are hard to review. If you're a DJ who uses vinyl, needles are arguably the piece of gear that gets the most use in your setup.
Yes.
But they tend to be most static.
Yes.
Unlike mixers or any number of accessories that we replace every few years based on our growing needs or simply keeping up with the new hotness, once we find something that we like, we tend to stick with what works. As well, most needle designs are based on 20 to 40-year-old designs.
Yes.
And there's only so much you can, set for, a change in paint job. So a few years ago, Ordofon made a switch from Shure. Oh, no, this guy that wrote this article made a switch from Shure to Ordofon needles. And he said they held better than the old 447s and sounded better to boot. He loved the convenience of plugging them into the tone arm as well with no adjustment needed. So let me see. He was trying new models frequently. They were iterations of old designs. So this new what do you call it? Needle Concord.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the new hotness in needles. So like he said, all the other ones are based on 20 to 40-year-old. This is new. This is re-engineered from the ground up. So if you're still working with techniques and like I said, that phase isn't out yet. So for now, if you want something new, you can go get this Concord MK2 and check that out. I mean, that's add to your devices there. So I mean, it looks freaking cool on the picture there. I don't know if you can see the picture from where you're at, Jimbo.
Yeah, I got my TV on. And the thing is that, you had Shure, Autofons, and the Concord is I guess they're trying to corner that or stick to that market. But even if you go to Guitar Center, they still have needles there. Not a big selection, but for the guys who still work with needles, I know over in Europe they're still big over there working with techniques and stuff like that with the Serato. But for me, my taste, I've gone digital. Digital is less hassle. The controllers are a lot better, and it's just me. That's just my preference. I still have my techniques, and I plan on putting it back together. But for right now, it's all digital Pioneers.
So what are you DJing with?
Well, since you asked that question, you know how we started SCP Radio? I always started with I had to make a decision. And with me making good money and able to afford it, I had to either choose go ahead and get a laptop with Serato and find a controller, or go ahead and take that plunge with Pioneer. And this is when Pioneer first came out with their CDJs, and I had a chance to use those at Cindy's Quinceañera. So that's when I first was introduced to CDJ 2000s, and I love them. They were the best. Back in the day, I could hook up my iPod Classic, and I had all my music in there and just plug it in, and it was a little bit slow, a little hesitant, but if you were ahead and knew exactly what you're going to play or how to playlist, it came up right up and it played fine. I did it that way until the CDJ Nexus 2 came out. So we went there, and take in mind the price has never changed. These turntables, when it first came out, CDJ 2000s were, guess what, Mike? $2,100.
Damn.
Per table. So you're looking at $4,000 right there, and I had my old mixer, which was DJM 500, I want to say. It wasn't digital; it was just that top of line of mixer back in the day from Pioneer. So everything was Pioneer, but the CDJ, I'd hook it instead of hooking up to the mixer, which is nowadays. We got the new one, but I'll get to that in a minute. You would hook them up to each other. There's a landline that goes from one CDJ to the next one. It would tell it, okay, I'm CDJ1, you're CDJ2, and they would talk to each other. So it made your music selection so much easier. And it's like, everybody always asks me, where's your laptop? I said, I don't have one. And they look at me like I'm crazy because every DJ here uses a laptop, Serato, and a controller. So I didn't have one, and I got the weird look like, you're a DJ and you got a laptop? Look at this guy. So I was able to do everything that they could do without having that extra piece of equipment. And the landline thing was great. And then you had the CDJ Nexus come out, So we added that to our. I didn't sell mine. I just added to it. So I had 3 turntables. I had the Nexus, and finally saved up some more money. And then the Nexus, DJM 2000 Nexus mixer came out, and that's with the touch screen, all the other good stuff. And it turns your mixer into a hub, so you can plug your CDJs into this mixer, and from the mixer, it turned into a hub. So your laptop is built into the mixer. So with touchscreen, all that stuff going into the mixer, it's a mixer / your computer / touchscreen / everything. And then lo and behold, the CDJ 2000 Nexus 2 comes out. So we go there. So I love the setup. That setup was awesome. I carried 3 components every gig I went to. And it was fun. It worked beautifully. But at the same time, you're still carrying 3 components that each cost $2,000. So you're taking $6,000 into all the quinceañeras we did, all the parties we did, the clubs we did,
the weddings
we did. You had to make sure you had enough room, because remember, I took up a whole table and almost a half most of the time. So, and then you got to make sure all your landlines correct. You went from AC jacks to digital. So, that was beautiful. And then I'd put my music on USB drives, but my playlist I'd put on my micro SD cards, which made my job so much easier. Mike, did I ever tell you back in the day, I have all these LPs when I started with Techniques. So you carry crates and crates and crates. I had like 4 or 5 crates. I go to a party or do a wedding. Then we moved up to the technology with CD players. I had a Gemini CD player, and that was like, holy shit, man, just forget that. So now you come up with these books full of CDs, which we did see 2 years ago, a DJ still doing that over at the cook-off one time.
Yep.
And I brought back bad memories. But anyway, the CDs were excellent, and Pioneer had these, and I still got mine. It's called the CDJ 5 or 700, and it's a dual CD players. And I was like, wow, just the top of the line. 2 lasers coming down, hitting the CD, nothing go wrong, until they started skipping every now and then. So a party, and then you be trying to mix and work everything, and then one of them skip, and next thing you're off beat, and everybody thinks you messed up. But I digress. But then digital come out, and that's why I'm now at where I'm at now. But even something else comes out that totally changes our program. I love my CDJ Nexus 2000s, and I love my CDJ Nexus touchscreen DJM, but it got to be a hassle to keep carrying these damn things, having a case. And I bought a case for them, and the thing's like, I'm 6'2", and the thing's almost like 5'11", because it's so big, and it holds everything in place, and it's great, but it's real bulky. So now this new thing comes out, and I jump on it, and I tested it, and it's my new toy right now to go to the clubs and be mobile. I still kept my unit, and it's still in the studio. But now my goal, my love for now is my XDJ RX2, Mike. The RX2. What this is the XDJ RX2 is an upgrade of the popular XDJ RX. You had the RX that came out. Now the RX2 comes out, and it blows everything away, because everything you want in the CDJ Nexus and everything there, it's a one unit. Combined with the features and traits from the flagship and NX2 series, the 2-deck, 2-channel, all-in-one system delivers a professional DJ experience, whether you connect to a record box, DJ via your laptop, or music stored on a USB device. That, my friend, saved me so much time. And now I take this one unit. It has everything. It's a little bit smaller control pad than the Nexus 2, but it does everything I want it to do. It has a 7-inch LCD screen, touchscreen, so I can actually touch the screen, load up things with just a push of a button. It's got a built-in laptop. It's all one unit, so I don't have to carry 3 units in. I carry 1 unit, and all my music has 2 USB inputs. So I can put one for all my playlists and one for all my music. So if I'm looking for particular music, I can search, find it, load it up, and be ready to go. My playlist, ready to go. Say if I want to get different genres, anything like that, ready to go. And it's 1 unit. Now, Mike, did I mention it's 1 unit?
Yeah.
When you go into a club, like I'll be DJing at Shooters this Saturday, I'm going to take that 1 unit. All I plug in is 2 things. One to my monitor and one to the mixer for the club speakers. and I'm ready to go. Punch in my USB, do my job. The same thing I could do with my next CDJ Nexus 2000s, my $6,000 my $6,000 unit.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one's here is only $16.99. So for $1,700, I can do the same thing with the $6,000 unit, and it's mobile. So my heart is sold right there. But what I like about the this device mic, the XD RX2, is that how responsive it is. For scratching, for all this other stuff, and to loop on the fly, to remix on the fly, everything I do with the CDJ Nexus 2000s, I can do with this device. And if I'm scratching in the next song, it's when I transition. Trust me, this thing is very, very responsive. My biggest complaint about all these small units or all-in-one units is that they're not very responsive, Mike.
Yeah.
So this here is responsive. It does everything I want it to do, and I'm telling you, it's. I still love my next CDJ Nexus 2000s. When I'm in Skylab Studios, that's what I'm using. But when I'm out there and doing gigs, weddings, all that other stuff, guess what I'm taking?
Yeah, I mean, I'll vouch for you on the RX2 because I have the XDJ. What is it? R1, I think. And yeah, there is a difference in like how tight that RX2 is. Like when you scratch, you feel a difference.
Yes.
I don't know, compared to the RX1 that I have, it is a little bit like higher quality.
Yes.
And I see Nando's tuned in right now.
Oh, hey Nando. This thing is it's very responsive, and I'm not backlashing the guys. Any DJ out there that uses a laptop and stuff, I completely understand. That's awesome. Do your thing. But for me, they always ask me, where's your laptop? That's the first thing they always ask. Where's your laptop? You're not DJ. You got a laptop. I'm like, it's right here in my USB port. And it trips them out because they listen and they hear that, wow, dude, that's pretty impressive. And I said, yeah. And they said, well, I bet you that costs an arm and a leg. It's Pioneer. And I go, not this one here. This one here is half the price. Mike, did you know with the 3 units I have of it in Skylab Studios, I could buy 3 of these right here?
Yeah. Yep.
So, every DJ is different, and whatever floats your boat, that's fine. And I understand you got, some people, some DJs, it's hard for them to be able to afford, CDJ 2000 Nexus and the DJM 2000 Nexus. That's $6,000. Not a lot of people's got $6,000 they can just sit there and blow away on a hobby. But this right here, though, if you want to get away from the laptop and crashing and stuff like that, this right here, I suggest try this. This is a all-in-one unit. Now, one minor thing I do not like about this one thing, the only thing I got to say bad about it is it is 2-channel. I wish it was a 4-channel, but 2-channel. If you can't even work 2 channels, why even have 4 if you can't even do 2? But it's okay for what I do for this thing. As far as being a trying to go do trick shows and all those stuff, I probably go to the CDJ 2000 Nexus, the real ones, because the bigger jog wheels. But here, this does it. I mean, it floats the boat. It does what I need it to do. It makes me money.
Yeah. I see Jesus is on. What's up, Jesus? House divided, cookers in the house.
So. Yeah.
All right. So sounds good. Yeah, I like that. That newest mixer turntable you have. The only thing is, I noticed it didn't want to work with my computer with my virtual DJ that I was running, and I even tried it with what was it? Rekordbox, the Rekordbox DJ. But I think it wanted me to put in the code that came with the turntable, which is the one you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since I didn't have that, it didn't download the necessary files for me to actually try to use it with the Rekordbox DJ, so I could play it live. But that's cool. I mean, I don't know. I still want to look at that other the one for video mixing.
Yes, we SCP. If everybody didn't know, that's where we're headed is toward video mixing and to be able to chop up the music and loop live and all kinds of stuff. There's DJs that now do it on. If you go to YouTube, you can see these DJs actually doing everything that you can do that we do with music. So that's where we're headed, and I'm going to stick with Rekordbox. I understand virtual DJs that they're there. People are doing it with virtual DJ, but like I said, I've been with Recordbox from the get go. I love how you can analyze your track, how you can chop it up, how you can cue it, cue points, loop points, everything. It makes it so easy per song that I could almost do it with no. Well, I do it with no headphones and just by watching it and just counting your beats, and then boom, you can be in and out of a mix before faster than you know it. Sometimes I'm so bored I just get in and out of a mix, but it's just amazing how this works, because I wish more people would venture into Recordbox, because like I said, Pioneer is if the big clubs they have Pioneer.
Yeah.
And if you look at even all the world tours, all the DJs over at Tomorrowland and all the way from and they're starting to battle with them now, all this other stuff. It's Recordbox, and I see where they're coming from. They're trying to control the whole damn thing.
Yep.
They got programs to match Serato, Tractor, and Virtual DJ, and now they got this thing coming out with video mixing, and that's where I'm going to be. And they even got a controller for that too, but that controller is a little bit expensive, but we'll get there. SCP will get there.
Yeah, I'm on Pioneer DJ's website. They have this new turntable, a DDJ 1000. It's specifically for Recordbox DJ.
Yes.
So it's not like yours where you can just put a USB in. You have to have a laptop. But
Yeah.
but damn, it's 4-channel. Looks badass. And it's got a screen on the frickin' on the jog wheels.
Ooh, yes, I've seen that one.
Okay, yeah.
They're always upgrading and being inventive. What I like about Pioneer is I read a story in the forums when they first came out, is that instead of just saying, putting a product together, oh, that sounds nice, and then give it to the DJ and say, okay, here's our product. They actually went to some of the top DJs and asked them, hey, what do you want in a product that would make your job easier? And Pioneer listened to these guys, and they said, hey, do this, do that, be able to tighten the wheel or loosen it, be able to, we need to do stuff on the fly. And Mike, if there's ever been a complaint about DJs, is pre-mixed stuff. Now, Mike, when I say pre-mixed stuff, what does that mean to you?
That you go and you record maybe 3 songs, and you sit there at home and you play with it until you get it right. You record it, and then you go live. You go to a club or something, and you just hit play and let 3 or 4 songs mix on its own without you having to do it live. Not too fond of that.
Me neither. And the thing is, you're gonna do that and keep doing it until you get it right. And it could be like 4 or 5 tries, and then you do the next 3 or 4 or 5 sets, the next 3 or 4 or 5 sets, and then finally maybe you get so bored that you do an hour of mixing, and then you go to the club and then you just basically push play, touch some knobs, and walk off, get a beer, and then come back and then see if it's still playing.
Yeah, that's not a DJ. That's a
I don't
jukebox.
like that. I never liked that.
Yeah.
If you're live, you're gonna make mistakes. I know the DJs. I'm telling you right now, all the DJs listening to me right now out there are gonna be like, no, I don't make mistakes. I'm like, yes, people do make mistakes. It's how you correct them, how you fix them. It's how you play it off and like, I meant, like, you should give the effect like I meant to do that. Mike showed me this one. It's like DJs talking to each other with Afrojack and with
Laidback Luke.
Laidback Luke.
Yeah.
And what they were just talking about is like real DJs, and what they meant by that is, this is exactly what we're talking about. DJs are going to go up there and have their playlist and have their genres and all that, and read the crowd and be able to play, what gets the crowd moving.
Yeah, like read the crowd.
Yes, and a lot of DJs are getting away with that. And then like Laidback, this is what I like about Laidback Luke. What he said, he goes, that's a skill you learn and you develop. And a lot of DJs have gotten away from that, and they get to this playlist and they're maybe they got their head down and they're just going song to song to song to song. And I thought about that and I was like, man, that's the truth. That's the way I see it. Is that play your songs, do it right, beat match, all that stuff.
Yeah, now that's another thing I was gonna say. We go to a lot of clubs, we go to a lot of different events, and you know, when I'm there, since I've learned DJing, I'm not a DJ, but I've learned a lot from, you know, hanging around you, Jimmy. So I don't know. We've been DJing, doing this thing for what, 6-7 years already. You know, that's just that we started SCP Mobile DJ. You were doing it, you know, from way longer. But from that time of hanging out with you, I noticed that your like main deal is beat matching, and when you mix, you know, you always beat match, and it always sounds good. Like sometimes you can't even tell you're going from one song to the other. And when we're at places at different events, these DJs, a lot of them, they don't like beat match. Like they'll go from one genre to the other, to the other, to the other. I always heard, you know, stay like a couple of songs in a genre, and if you see it's not working, if people aren't dancing, then yeah, jump to another genre, you know. But
that's reading the crowd.
These guys will play a fast song, a slow song, a fast song, a slow song. I mean, usually from what I've understood and from watching you, you know, usually you start, you know, let's say you're at 100 and you'll go up to 105 at the most with 3 or 4 songs, not go from 100 to 80 to 120 back to 80. It doesn't really make sense. People dancing are, you know, you're throwing them off.
Yeah, and the thing is that's called fishing, where you're just throwing songs out there and like you're trying to see if that connects, and you might go in that genre. But some DJs, some of them have a playlist. They put their head down and they're gonna play that song on that list. And if the theory they have behind that is, I'm playing good songs, and if you ain't dancing, that's your fault. And I've never liked that.
Yeah,
I never liked that. You got to read the crowd, and if that song ain't hitting, get out of it, and you know, go to something else. Change the genre, because I like when you work with me, we can work at this one club every Saturday, and I guarantee you that Saturday is going to be different every time, because you might have a crowd come in that's celebrating a birthday that likes 80s music. You might have a crowd that comes in and wants more Tejano. You might have a bunch of ladies come in and they want a cumbia. So the thing is, like, you know, you have to read the crowd, and it might be a cumbia night, it might be a reggaeton night, it might be, you know, anything. It could be you know, freestyle night, and you have to be ready to take care of that genre. Because say if you don't have a lot of freestyle and it's a freestyle night, Mike, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta get it. You gotta get that freestyle from somewhere.
And then and like you said, if you don't have it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna grab their phone and download it right there and then. And I don't think you can ever. It's hard to mix a phone, you know, from. So my thing is that, you know, read the crowd and then, you know, learn to beat match, because if you don't know how to beat match, you know, and for God's sake, I'm not a firm believer of the sync button, Mike.
Well, no, I mean, they always say, like, when you listen to other DJs on YouTube or whatever, they're like, yeah, don't mess with the sync button. Learn how to do it yourself, because if one day, you know, your machine decides it doesn't want to work anymore, and you haven't learned how to, you know, beat match and mix like that on your own, you're gonna have problems.
Yes.
You know, so always learn to do it on your own. But even then, like when I'm here mixing on my turntable, I have the sync button there, but I don't use it. You know, it doesn't even work as good as you doing it. Like, I don't know. I rather just do it myself, and it's more fun because you're actively doing stuff instead of just pushing a button and letting the machine do it for you.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because the thing is that, you know, I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, but there's been DJs that come up there, push play, walk off, go grab a beer, talk to his customers, stuff like that, and then come back to the third or fourth song and then, you know, mix into the next group of songs. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what to say to that. It's you know, if it works and you're getting paid for that and the club wants it, hey, power to you.
Yeah, more power to you. But I mean, I see it as you're getting paid to do a job. Do your job, right?
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, yeah, everybody's different. Everybody does their own. Not everybody's, you know, at a high level, a skill level. You know, and like you always say, if someone has the passion to DJ, you're not gonna tell them, no, don't do that because you suck. No.
No. I would never say
do
that.
your, you love to do it, but try to, if you have passion. Now, if you don't have passion, you're just doing it because, I don't know, I just want to be the center of attention, then
Well,
maybe.
they just do it for the money. They're getting paid. I mean, I don't blame the guy. If you're gonna go out there and DJ and the club wants to pay you, $200 to sit there and play songs, hey man, you're a $200 jukebox. Do your thing, bruh.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at you. You're making money. Shit. If anyone's mad, it's me, because I don't have that job right there. You got it. So power to you, man. Let me shake your hand because you're doing something right.
Yeah.
But as for me and what we do is, I like mixing. That's my thing, is to mix, and then scratching and beat matching and looping and creating stuff on the fly. That all comes after you learn how to beat match, and that's been my biggest thing. So every now and then I will mess up every now and then, but it's how I cover it up. So that's part of being live. You might have a song that didn't download right and stuff like that. It may throw you off. So you got to be prepared, and that helps my skill, because if I get a song that's bad or someone requests a song that I know it's not going to work, but they tip me and they want to hear that song, I know that I can get in, and if I will need to remix it to make it sound a little bit more clubby or a fit for that club. Because I've just been playing times where I've taken regular pop songs that I knew probably wasn't going to work, and I put a reggaeton beat behind it, and it fits. So, there's little tricks of the trades that you can use, and you can play it, and then you still, satisfy the customer. You got your tip. Tip is extra money. You played their song. They're all happy. The crowd's still happy, and, it's you did your job.
Yeah.
So my thing is to always tell everybody, think outside the box. Be creative. That's what DJs are all about, being creative, doing things that, you're not going to hear on the radio, having your own style. I do believe that DJs have their own style, and to me, that's cool. Because it's like, your style is your style, and they're not playing on FM radio, they're not playing on any radio, not your style, because it's your style.
Yeah.
And I look at all these DJs that are on YouTube and stuff like that, and, I kind of agree, and, we got the same theory about, if you want to play a whole song, or if you want to do a quick mix and get in and out of songs. So it's cool like that. To me, that's fun when you can do quick mixes and get in and out and backspin tricks and all kinds of stuff. But it's just, that's your style, and that's what makes you unique. And then and like I said, for every club out there, there's a DJ that fits that club. I might fit in one club and I might not fit in the other. So, it's like I said, it depends. It comes down to your style.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, if you're passionate, to me, don't be doing stuff just to do it, or I want to be center of attention. That's not, I mean, if you're passionate about it, then yeah, like I said, but if you're there being lazy, you hit play, you walk off just because you're like, I just want to get paid, or I want all the girls to come look at me because I'm the DJ. That's not cool. I mean, but
it's not. And to me, in theory, that's not going to last that long, because the worst thing you can do, Mike, I don't care who you are, if the guy or anybody can walk into a club and predict the next song you're going to play.
Oh yeah, and we've heard
played like
heard that
Saturdays in a row. You need to go somewhere else.
Yeah, if everybody can predict the very next song every single time, that's really bad. And I wouldn't consider you a DJ.
If they know your playlist, know what kind of Saturday where you're going to be at, then you need to change it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that
one. All right. So, what's your take on? I know we've talked about this producing. Making our own beats.
Yes, that's going to be next for hopefully by summertime, when we calm down and get all this stuff out there. SCP will be going into production mode, so we'll be producing some stuff. We got a bunch of artists that we're going to be asking to come in and throw down some tracks and stuff like that. So we'll be moving into the next level. Of course, I know a little bit about Pro Tools. I'll be learning more about Pro Tools and get into some instruments, from recording live instruments to keyboards, all that kind of stuff. So SCP is going to be going into producing mode. So who knows? We can do anything we want. And We still have to make commercials. We still got video feeds. We got all kinds of stuff that's coming our way, Mike. Are you ready for this, CEO?
Hey, man, that sounds like more work for me.
Yeah, but guess what? When you're headed or aiming for the top, these are things you got to do, especially with all of us and DJ Fluffy and all the rest of the crew. DJ Nando, the Mr. Showtime, and DJ Tino Latino. Hey, all these guys have passion for what SCP's doing, or they wouldn't be here. So the thing is that we all have what we want to put into SCP, and then we love what we do, or we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Like, hell no, we ain't getting paid to do this full time. Not yet.
Yeah, no. One day, maybe.
Well, one day, but it's all passion right now, and I love what we're doing, and we'll keep at a steady pace, and we'll keep on going.
Yeah, and let's go ahead before we exit out. Let's mention not this Saturday, but is it next Saturday? No, it's a couple of Saturdays from now. Let me see.
Yes.
The 24th.
Yeah, it's gonna be February 24th. I'll be DJing over at. Is that the one you're talking about? I'll be DJing over at Tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
On the main
stage, main room.
Main stage, yeah. You're gonna have Yo-Yo there. You're gonna have the Garcia brothers.
Yep.
And one other one, I forgot. I don't have the flyer in front of me.
Yeah, me neither. I forgot.
I apologize. One other Tejano artist going to be there, but it's going to be a huge night. I did DJ already at Tumbleweeds on the 30th at the outside, but this will be my first time inside. And we'll have DJ Fluffy emceeing the joint. It's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be off the hook. It is Tumbleweeds, the music venue. If you want to join them on Facebook, or you can go through scpradio.com, and then we can point you right direction. Well, we have the flyers, all that stuff. And guys, if you haven't joined us already, spread the word and let your people know that, hey, if you join SCP Radio, we'll let you know where the party's going on. We work with Tumbleweeds and let you know all the artists coming out. And Mike, did you know that you can get free tickets on Friday, on the Super Tejano Friday with DJ Fluffy? He gives out free tickets to the Tumbleweed concert. So why pay when you get it for free?
Yep, you got to listen in though.
You got to listen in, call in, do what it takes. I would be doing that to get in free, but since I'm with SCP, I get in free anyway.
Yeah, so those Garcia brothers will be there that night. Mundo y Cielo.
There it is.
Yo-Yo y La Verdad, and DJ Jimmy Ray in the mix.
Yes, I'll be DJing in between sets, talking some trash, and then also with DJ Fluffy be MCing that night as well. It's going to be a night to remember. Hopefully it's not like this week's weather where it's cold one day, shorts the next day, hot, and then cold the next day. Hopefully it'll be Mother Nature will work with us that weekend. Hello, Mother Nature. Hello.
I'm telling you, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me send a shout out to my mom. She's watching. Hey, Mom. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess that's about it. Wrap it up. That we're good.
Oh yeah. Before I go, a big shout out to Latinas Rising. That show doing very well. Still got to work out some bugs, but those girls are sending out a ton of information. Great call-ins with the guests they had on.
Yeah.
And it's only their second show, so it's getting better and better. And I like the office background you had in the back in the city there.
Yeah, I did have a little bit of technical difficulties with their video, but the audio, the radio version was recorded in its entirety. That's up on Mixcloud. I'll be posting it to our Facebook page soon. That way you can re-listen to the whole show. The video that's on our Facebook page, it's only like 30 minutes of the show. I ended up having to reboot my PC and update the actual program that I'm using in order for it to run my show, because it was giving me a lot of problems. But like I said, we're always learning new things, and we're good for the next time. So
yeah, this is only their second show, and they've already getting a good response. So we'll get more ladies in there, and of course tomorrow be able to check out DJ Fluffy. He's got a show tomorrow, right? The Super Tejano show. I believe he's got a special guest.
Yeah, we have a special guest coming in. You don't have it in. Let me see. I'm here trying to look at the flyer.
Yeah, while you're looking at that, guys, we will be at Fanfare in March, so make sure that if you're gonna be headed to Fanfare for all the Tejano artists out there, SCP will be in the house over at Fanfare over at the Cadillac Bar. Now, last year was off the chain because we got the DJ it, bring out our full performance. This year we're gonna be going out there just to do an appearance. DJ Fluffy will be a master of ceremonies out there, bringing on some bands. But we will be at the Cadillac Bar, stopping by, doing interviews like that, and be walking around all of Fanfare, interviewing all your favorite artists, Tejano artists, conjunto, cumbias, and all that like that. So Fanfare is a big deal over there in San Antonio, in the heart of San Antonio, near the Riverwalk. So if you can make it, get out there, say hi. We're gonna have T-shirts and some drink mugs and all. I mean, what is those things called? Koozies out there. So guys, say hi to us. Take a picture. I believe Mike and I will have the Space Cadet mask out there promoting. So
yeah,
we will see you out there.
So we're tomorrow on the Super Tejano Friday show with DJ Fluffy. We're gonna have Bob Gallarza. He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the guest that we're gonna be interviewing. DJ Fluffy will be interviewing. So it's gonna be a good show. He's a legend, Chicano legend. So Bob Gallarza. Be sure to check in tomorrow. Listen in.
Oh yeah, call in, get those free tickets. One last thing, Mike, I want to pass on is that we also have the South Belt Cook-Off coming up. Remember, we're gonna be having tickets. Get one of our team members here, or with undivided cookers.
House Divided.
Yes, House Divided. I'm sorry, undivided. House Divided Cookers. They're gonna be doing plate sales as we mentioned earlier in the show tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow, but Saturday. And it's like I said, it's going to the cause to help put on this great show coming up for you. Get the flyers, get wristbands. Remember, it's all food is served, free food, all you can drink. Please drink responsible. But we'll be out there. The tequila, Cazadores Tequila will be out there. Man, we got some more sponsors on there. Also, Tumbleweeds is sponsoring that too as well. They just joined the sponsorship. So if you want to sponsor our tent, which is House Divided Cookers, and guess what, Mike?
Huh?
There's a new cooking team on the block.
Oh yeah?
Led by DJ Fluffy himself. Did you know he throws in the DJ and trades it in for a cooking robe?
Oh yeah? What's the name of that team?
I think it's called SCP Cookers.
Awesome.
The Moon Man and the grill. So when you see the Tesla up there with the Moon Man, there's going to be a guy. He's going to be passed by a guy with a Moon Man and a barbecue pit right there. That's SCP Cookers right there.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we get the Falcon X to launch up a SCP Cooker Moon Man up there with a barbecue pit.
Well, in order to get to our ship to Skylab Studio, you have to, we've been working with Elon Musk to, get us a good way to get up there, because sometimes I don't like bringing down the big ship all the way down to Earth, because people are like, what is all that? So Elon Musk, he helps us out sometimes, sending us up there to the ship.
Yeah. Well, next time we have dinner with him with steak and lobster, we'll go ahead and bring that up.
Yeah.
But anyway,
all right.
And hey guys, don't forget our new members, DJ Latino. He's gonna be at Shooters on Friday and Saturdays. I'm coming for him for Saturday, and also our newest member, DJ Nando, Mr. Showtime. Go to our flyers. I believe he's gonna be doing an event, and I don't have the flyer in front of me, but go to scpradio.com on Facebook, and we have that flyer right there with DJ Nando and Mr. Showtime. Big shout out to him.
Yeah, what's that? February 17th, 9 to 2 a.m. It will be Tejano Night. Texas Pub, is that the name?
I believe so.
Texas Pub. I don't know, but you can go to Nando's page or Showtime Promotions page or SCP Radio's page. You'll see the flyer there. We all shared it. Yep. And go check out his show on the 17th. All right.
Big shout out to Elsa Foundation, Trini, and also Trini Gonzalez out there in, I believe, Dallas area who shares our work. Thank you, Trini Gonzalez, Trini Barigan, and Tony. Thank you guys over there in San Antonio.
Elsa Foundation. Yep.
Thank you guys. We'll be over at Fanfare to say hi. We haven't seen each other in a while, but it's always a successful event. Big shout outs to Tejano Roots. Big shout out to those guys. Thank you guys for having us out there and
that was recording.
Yeah, a lot of videos. Guys, if you want to see your favorite artist who also made the Tejano Hall of Fame, go to scpradio.com or even go to our SCP Radio Entertainment videos, and you get the all of the interviews that we did right there for SCP Radio right there for your download pleasure.
Alrighty, so want to thank DJ Jimmy Ray and Faithy for being here. Thanks to all the listeners. We appreciate you guys. You can find more info on us at scpradio.com, our Twitter at Space Cadet Pro, on Facebook at Space Cadet Pro. We have an Instagram page, it's SCP Radio. Follow us there too. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Source Code News on iTunes, or your favorite podcatcher. You can email us at scpradio@spacecadetpro.com. Leave us a voicemail at 832-910-7727. And thanks for joining us live. You know, if you didn't get to see us live, there's always the on-demand version. Like I said, we have Mixcloud, the video, the audio. YouTube, Facebook has the video version. And it's even on whatever Twitter's, whatever the app they use for video. What's the name of that app, Faith? Do you remember? No, on Twitter, on the Twitter thing.
Periscope?
Oh, Periscope. That's the one. I never
Periscope.
remember. Periscope. You can watch us on Periscope. And it records it. So you can always go back on our Twitter page and watch it there. So I guess that's it. Hope to see everyone back next week for another episode of Source Code News. And
One last plug.
Yeah.
Guys, if you didn't know, I do have some of my mixes. It used to be on SoundCloud, but now it's going to be over at Mixcloud. So just look up SCP Radio on Mixcloud. All the shows are going over there. And if you want to listen to some of my material, just go to Mixcloud right there. You'll see I still have the Power Hour. I understand that I'm supposed to have it every Saturday, but we've been busy almost every Saturday. So I will be back up and running. And I'll be looking for a female guest host to help me out with the Power Hour on Saturday nights right here. Only on scpradio.com. .com. .com.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. Where you will be able to like all of our social media accounts and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.